Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monique, but you can call me Mo. And today we will be discussing my publishing horror story, right? So I'm going to start at the beginning and give you a little background information. I've always loved to read. Since I was a little girl, I would spend hours in my room just reading whatever I could get my hands on. So I love fantasy, I love urban fiction, I love romance. And I enjoy thrillers from time to time. So I've always been a girl that loves to read. I never thought about writing when I was younger. I just love to read. So in 2015, I got an idea to start writing a book. And at that time, I was working. And I think I was trying to figure out what I was going to do next with my life. So I started writing a book and I stopped. I didn't feel confident about it, I guess, or you know what, it just wasn't the right time. So in 2016 I started back writing, and I felt motivated. I felt excited. I loved the characters I was creating. I loved the world that I was building. And since I have always been an avid reader, I thought about, okay, let me try my hand at this. Let me see if I can publish a book. I didn't think about being independent at first, just because I know I didn't have a fan base or readers, and I thought at the time that if I signed with a publisher, it would put me in front of more readers. So I decided to start doing research and looking up some publishers. So back in 2016, I don't know, it was a lot of publishers out there, but one company really caught my eye because the owner was a Black woman, and she just had a solid team, and all the books that I read by her company were very good. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I don't know what's going on with this company, but they are on it. So when I wrote my book, at the end of it, I started looking for publishers, and so I sent my manuscript, like the first 3 chapters, off to about maybe 2 or 3 publishers, and I got a call back the same day. So yeah, the founder, she called me and she told me that she loved my manuscript. She loved what she read so far. She could see this book being something big, and she wanted to move forward with the publishing process, like me joining the team and everything. And so I'm super excited because I'm like, what? This lady has called me back, and I'm talking about this lady has had multiple #1s. I don't know, she was a beast. Back in the day, she was really on it, and her company was on it, so it made me want to be a part of the team. So she sends me the contract. I look over it. I have my mom look over it. I have a lawyer look over it just to make sure there's nothing in there that would, hurt me in the long run. And at the end of the day, I thought that it was a good deal. So I went ahead and signed it. And then in July 2016, my first book was released. And I felt good. My family was super supportive. My friends, everybody was just like, wow, you wrote a book? Wow. And I'm like, yeah, I wrote a book. So it came out in July 2016, and it hit #1, which is it's not common, but it's not unheard of. My first book I ever wrote was #1 on the charts. And I was shocked. I was surprised. I was happy. I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Let's go. And so when you're working with Amazon, or with a publishing company, depending on, who it is, you get paid 60 days out. So even though my book came out in July, I didn't get my first check till September. And working with a publisher, you split your earnings. So at that time, we were doing a 60-40 split. And so my first check was $2,600. And I was like, what? I can't believe it. Little old me. So I was super excited, and I just kept writing. I kept writing. I kept researching. I kept reading books, to be inspired and to be motivated. And we also had a community at that time. All the authors that belonged to the publishing house, we were in a Facebook group, and so we could talk to each other, encourage each other, things like that. So I was good. I said, oh, $2,600, it's up, like, let's go. So from 2016 to 2019, I probably dropped, I don't know, 3 years. I probably dropped 20 books in that span, all on Amazon, through my publisher. And they did pretty well. You know, the money was rolling in, so it really wasn't any issues. All I really had to do was write the book, read over it, do my character development, things like that. And then once you send it to the publisher, they take care of your edits, they take care of your cover design, they take care of formatting. So you don't pay for anything, which, you know, is ideal. So in October 2019, that's when things started happening, let's just say that. So first, another company, their books were taken down off of Amazon. And everybody was kind of, well, really worried and concerned because why are their books being taken down, right? And so then maybe a couple weeks later, the company that I work for, our books were taken down. And this has to be like October, November, because I remember it was time for the holidays. And if our books aren't up, we don't make money. So I want to say for November, instead of saying like what was wrong and why the books were pulled from Amazon, instead of getting our full check, we may have received like a portion of our royalty check. And then in December, I don't think we received anything. And that's truly heartbreaking because this is around Christmas time, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and people have plans. And so if you're used to receiving, you know, $20,000 checks, $10,000 checks, and you go 2 months without anything, or 2 months with just, you know, 10% of what you're owed, it can really hurt you and it affects you. So when our books were taken down, we really didn't have an answer as to why. Our publisher, you know, the owner, she did send out emails very sparsely, giving us limited information as to why, and telling us that she would go ahead and try to get our books on other platforms so that readers could still see them. But at that time, like I said, I wrote 20 something books, and for none of them to be available on Amazon, it was just like heartbreaking. And because I was in the Kindle Unlimited program, most of my books were released through that program. So if my books aren't up, I'm not making money. I just felt discouraged, and I felt like, man, why did this happen? Like, I was really getting back. I'm really motivated. I'm really doing my thing. And all of a sudden, the books are gone. And so I would say from like December till about March, I was really sad, really depressed, because I couldn't figure out why this was happening. And it was heartbreaking to see the other authors. Like, I'll say it was probably about 150 authors affected by like books being taken off of Amazon. And to see people saying like, I'm getting evicted, I wasn't able to buy my kids Christmas, you know, toys, or my light bill, I can't pay my light bill, stuff like that. It's heartbreaking because no one wants to see like their co-workers or colleagues going through stuff at the expense of the business. So yeah, so around March, I just decided, like, through talking to my friends and family, and this is March 2020, I decided that I need to get out of my contract. I need to become independent, and I need to start releasing my stuff on my own, because if I continue to work with a publisher or continue to stay in that deal that I was with my publisher, I'm not going to get anywhere. So on March 2020, I sent an email to the publisher asking to be released out of my contract, and she responded by telling me she didn't know I was an active author anyway. So I just was like, okay, well, perfect. Well, I'm free of you and you are free of me. So I started my independent author journey, or my indie author journey, and I started you know, publishing my own books, self-publishing. And I never thought I would self-publish, just because it was never an idea for me. I just liked the way things were moving with the publisher. So with the self-publishing, I have a lot of creative freedom because it's me, you know, it's my book. So I can pick out my cover. I can decide how I want the book formatted. I can decide where I want to release it. You know, do I want to do Amazon Kindle Unlimited, or do I want to do like Google Books or Apple Books or, you know, Target, Walmart, whatever. So yeah, so that's where I am now. I'm an independent author. I currently have 4 books available. Show Me Your Love 1 and 2. Exhausted is a short story, and Best Christmas Ever is also a short story. And you can find out more information about my books at my website, which is bymohoward.com. But yeah, so right now I am loving being independent. It's so much freedom. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm working on a story now, and it should hopefully be done by the end of this month or early next month. I'm hoping to release it. But yeah, I love being independent, and it's crazy because I never thought that I would be here. So that is my publishing horror story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you would like to purchase my books, like I said, you can visit my website at bymohoward.com, and you can also find me on Amazon. Just search my pen name, Mo Howard. So yep, that's it, and I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with, you know, anyone you think who may enjoy the content. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next video.